welcome back to the sewing room. I am going to get on with some knit projects today. I am going to start work with the 7538 because my overlocker is threaded for dark green thread. Dark green, dark brown should be fine. Middle's dark green, it'll be fine. Then I'm going to move on to the 8145. Then I'm going to move on to the 7319. Don't know if I'm going to get them all done today. Knit projects are always quicker, but I am filming sew-alongs for all three of those, so it might end up not being quicker. We'll see. I'm hoping that I can get them all three done tomorrow so that I can do the twirls for them tomorrow and the intros and outros. Then I will have some stuff to edit whilst I'm away, because tomorrow is a filming day, because I've got to get the hemming video done and the lookbook done, which I've been banging on about for weeks now, haven't I? So yes, need to get those done. I'd also like some new stretchy warm long sleeved dresses to take to London with me, so that's why I'm hoping to get the 2 dresses done today at least. We shall see. I finished my tracksuit bottoms yesterday and I don't know that I like them. I've made 2 pairs previously and I really like those pairs, but they were in a Ponte, which was a lot thicker than the French terry I used yesterday, the green French terry. Yeah, I'm just not thinking, I just don't think I'm a fan of how the kind of lighter weight fabric looks on my bottom half. I'm not going to show you them because I don't like how I look in them, so I really don't want to put it on the internet. As I say, I know the pattern fits and they do fit, they're not as nice as my Ponte ones, which is a shame because it was really nice fabric, but it wasn't a patterned fabric, so I can replace it. It's not one of my, you know, I'm glad I didn't try it with one of my patterned French terries, because I then would have been upset because my, you know, I've used French terry that I can't repurchase because it's a printed fabric. Words are hard. I might keep them, I might donate them. I'm going to try, I've hemmed them now, I'm going to try them on again back up in my room where I've got bigger mirrors so I can have a look at them in their entirety, and we'll see, I'm not sure. Anyway, so a long time it is, so I don't know how much waffle I'm actually going to get to today. Hopefully some, because I would like to try and film some waffles before I leave as well, so that I just have a couple of extra videos to put up. I would like to hopefully quickly show you what I have created. So wish me luck, lots of sewing, here we come.
2 hours later.
Okay, so this is the 7538. I think I have that number correct. I think I like it. I'm glad I made the dress rather than a t-shirt. Sorry, let me get further back and show you it. Yeah, I think I still need to hem it properly. I haven't hemmed the skirt or the sleeves properly, and I think I don't know. This pattern is designed, or it does say that it should be cotton jersey, and I've obviously used a viscose jersey because I have so many of them, as you guys know. I was unsure about the kind of colour blocking that I wanted to do with this, and I just happened to have leftovers from this green which fitted the pattern pieces pretty perfectly. Then I have used this dark brown for the top and the bottom because again that was the one that went best with this dark green. I'm not sure if I love this colour blocking. I don't know if I hate it either though. I know I don't need to wear a belt with it, but I think I might actually like this one with like a sort of tan belt round the middle. I think that might actually look quite nice. I like the v-neck. I'm glad that I added on the neck bands, which I think you can just about see. I'm glad that I added the neck bands to it rather than turning the hem and again, because the neck bands are slightly smaller than the neckline that they've gone into, so they are hugging the body, which is great because I have a feeling that without them this could be very gapey. I'm thinking I could, I don't know, actually the shoulders are in a pretty good place. I haven't pressed the side seams yet, and the arm seams, I haven't pressed any of those yet. I've just sort of wanted to try it on to make sure that it fit before I hemmed it, because if I needed to take it in anymore, or well, I couldn't let it out because I've used my overlocker, but if I needed to take it in anymore, I didn't want to have to kind of fiddle with finished seams. So I don't know, I just don't know. I think I like it, but again, it's It's the viscose jersey, so it's a really lightweight fabric, which I do enjoy wearing, but because this one's plain, again, I think it kind of highlights all the lumps and bumps, whereas my patterned ones, like the Savannah jersey, viscose jersey, which I'm going to perhaps sew up next, you know, the pattern helps to hide the lumps and bumps. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure about this one. I am going to finish it. I lengthened the sleeves by 1 inch, and I really didn't need to, so I need to hem those by a good sort of, yeah, quite a lot. They need to be massively turned up and hemmed, which is fine. I can do that, that's not a problem. I don't know if I want to actually make them a little bit tighter down at the wrist, if I might prefer that, or if leave them loose like this. Maybe leave them loose. Yeah, I'm not sure. I do like kind of the lines of this, and I'm just wondering, because they're both quite dark colours, I'm wondering if I'd have done better, for example, if it had been the chocolatey brown in the middle and then the green everywhere else. I couldn't have done that because I didn't have enough fabric of either of them. I didn't have enough fabric of the green to do it that way round, and as I say, this was kind of an experiment to see if it worked out. I don't know. I'm not sure that this kind of line right here is flattering either. I do not know. I do not know what I think. Again, it's going to be really interesting to see this on the footage of this, to see what it looks like on camera. I do like the skirt. I like how full it is. I added 10 centimeters of length to the skirt, and I'm glad that I did. I think it's a nice length, and I like how swishy it is. So there are some upsides, but again, not sure. Okay, just had some dinner, come back down. I'm gonna reserve judgment on that brown dress till I have watched back this footage, because I do get a different impression about dresses when I see them on camera. I know that might sound really weird, but sometimes it makes me like them, sometimes it makes me confirmed in like, oh no, this is not for me. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up butchering this one for parts. I think I would probably prefer it in a firmer jersey. Yeah, I think maybe I would like it better in a firmer jersey. I do have a different jersey that I could try to make this one from in my stash. It was one that Mum bought a while ago, and it's much thicker, and I think I'll feel more comfortable in it. I can't see myself wearing that one because I feel very like I have to suck everything in it. It has no factor like my scuba dresses do, so given the choice between my scuba dress and that, I would pick a scuba dress. Although, having said that, the 7319 that I am going to perhaps start on next is a dress made of pretty much the same stuff, but I like wearing those ones because there is a pattern to them, and I don't mind so much that it doesn't suck me in, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does. It's all a bit weird. I'm not 100% sure about that one at all, but I think I am going to change my overlocker thread to brown, and I'm actually going to try the McCall's 8145. So that's another sew along. Hopefully it should be a lot quicker because it's, you know, it's a smaller top, and so I'm hoping that I can get that one done this evening and then start on the 7319, which I could hopefully finish in the morning so that I can film tomorrow afternoon. That's the plan. We'll see. I don't know. This sew along's been outstanding for a very long time for the 7538, because when I was trying to film this as well, that fabric was not the best choice of fabric. It was really difficult to tell which was the right and wrong side, and it's very dark. I think I need to just start over, because as I say, I don't dislike the shape of it, and I do like the diamond kind of, like, you know, the midriff panel. I did add 1 inch of length to the midriff panel, and I'm thinking that maybe I should take that out. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It does fit and look the way it does on the model here, because I was wondering that maybe the you know, the crossovers here should be under the boobs, but on the model they are actually at the bottom of the boob as well, so I think that's fine for that bit. I don't know. I don't know. The fabric I've got is kind of a light sort of pinky pattern, sort of like thick, sort of Jacobean kind of pattern, the fabric that I'm thinking of making it from. And I might have a look and see if I can perhaps get some scuba in a solid colour for the central panels again, because I do like that look, and that is kind of the point of all those panels, is to give you, you know, the visual effect of them. This dress is lovely, but there is no need to have all those panels in the centre, that, you know, because you can't see them. So I do like the idea of something like this, but obviously with the fuller skirt. Yeah, not sure on that one. Not rolling it out yet. Think I need to go back to the drawing board though. This was the problem with the beginning of the sew along. I filmed all the tracing and the altering of the pattern nearly a year ago, probably more than a year ago now. Then I just was stumped about what fabric to use for it, because I do think that you need to highlight those inner panels. I don't know, I was going to say maybe I've got some solid black scuba. I could get that out and have a look and see how that looked with the pattern, or I could have a look and see if I could get a different pattern from Fabric Styles. They have some, in fact they have some amazing scubas in. I really want to try and avoid buying more fabric, but I do like how it looks, so I want to give it another try. But yeah, I think I'm going to butcher this one for parts. I think I'm going to cut the sleeves out, or unpick the sleeves, and I think I'm going to try and cut some t-shirt panels out of the skirt portion of this dress, because I just don't think I'm going to want to keep this dress. But I do really like the colour, the chocolatey brown colour, and as I say, I used all of it for this dress. So I think if I can try and cut myself a t-shirt out of it, that would be quite nice. And you know what, it might not be a bad thing trying the t-shirt length out of it, because whilst yes I would wear it tucked in and you wouldn't see the bottom part, I do like the top part, so that might be worth a try as well. Anyway, that was 5 minutes of waffle, gosh, sorry. So I'm going to change my overlocker thread over to brown, give the 8145 a try, see how that comes out. Not been so successful with the 17 projects that I've cut out so far, 2 of them bit epic failures, so let's see how the next one comes out, and if I guesstimated right with the amount of wearing ease in that one. 7.5 inches.
Later.
Okay, I have finished the 8145. I like it. Yeah, I actually do quite like it. I don't mind the grown on sleeves quite so much when they are in a knit. I think it looks quite good. Now, this is the one that I've been complaining about the most recently. So the pattern envelope, I should technically be a size 16 for the bust, which is a 38-inch bust, a size 12 to 14 for the waist, yes, a 20 to 22 for the hips. I've done a size 8 for the bust and a size 6 for the waist, and this is my actual waist measurement. There's no negative ease in this, but there's no positive ease either. I've also done a size 6 for the cuffs, and they are still fairly roomy. I'm sorry, when I hang on, let me tip you back. When I looked at the measurements on this, it's 7.5 inches of wearing ease at the waist is what they're recommending. I think that this fits similarly to the lady. My one fits similarly to the lady on the envelope here. Like I say, I have this is my actual waist measurement. So yes, this is stretchy. I could have gone for negative ease, but they didn't do a smaller pattern size. It's just mad. It is absolutely mad. Why would you need 7 inches of wearing ease in this? I mean, yes, I've got a much larger bust than this lady has, and I will be wearing this top with a t-shirt underneath of it, or a roll neck or something underneath of it, because whilst I could probably get away with it without, and it is quite soft, so it would be quite nice to wear it without, it's not got 7.5 inches of wearing ease in it. I mean, it's very nice to be making a 6, but it's just not helpful, is it? Putting her image in that top on the envelope. I now look at the line drawings when I'm buying patterns, but you do look at the kind of garments that have been made up to see what they look like and see what you think. You know, if I'd have bought the larger size bundle, even at making the smallest one, I wouldn't have been able to achieve the look that is on the envelope, which is what I wanted. I have also taken out 1 inch of the underarm seam on this. I've actually scooped out about 1 inch from under here, because again, if you look at the envelope, this one is very similar to this one, because the underarm doesn't start right above the waistband, which this one does. And it's just really frustrating. I really wish that they would just be more, like, we've all been saying it in the comments in today's video, it would be helpful to have the finished garment measurements printed on the back of the pattern rather than the tissue paper, and they clearly have them, so it's not going to be that difficult to do. It would also be helpful to know the size and the height of the model and what size they've made for her. Because there is no way that if I had made the size that they recommend that I would end up with a garment that looked like the one that I think I'm buying. I mean, that's one of the nice things about sewing, is that we can have a look at it and have a look at the pattern, and then, you know, choose the wearing ease that we like and put that into our garments. But for somebody who's never sewn before, or, you know, wants to start sewing, this is not knowledge that I knew myself. I've learnt this over time. It can be really disappointing because there's so many of you guys are commenting and not saying that you hadn't realised where the finished garment measurements were printed on the pattern, on the tissue paper, and that you've done exactly the same thing. You've made up what they've told you your size should be, and it's ended up being way too big for you because they've just added in ridiculous amounts of ease. I actually do really like this top. The collar at the back is sitting a little funnily, so it's kind of giving this, but I don't dislike that. I've added, as I say, I've added I've added an inch of length to the bodice, and then I've taken an inch from under the underarm as well, because otherwise it would have, again, not really looked like the pattern envelope. And these are size 6 cuffs, so that's the smallest that they do. I personally prefer my cuffs to be a little more fitted. So if I do make this again, and I'm not ruling it out because I think I like this top, but if I do make this again, I will make those cuffs even smaller. Not like super tight because of the type of fabrics that I'll probably use for this, but just a little bit tighter because I just think I prefer the little bit tighter look. But then I've also found with the majority of knit patterns that have got cuffs like these, the Vogue 8125 I think it was dress that I made, the cuffs on that, even at the smallest size, were giant as well. But I think I like this. I made it in this brown Ponte because I wanted to check that I liked it before I made it up in anything more expensive. I'm not sure if I would be able to get my super expensive cable knit fabric that I've got, the creamy coffee coloured one. In fact, hang on, let me take you back over there. Here we go, that's better. Yeah, I don't dislike actually how that's kind of falling. So yeah, this knit here that I was talking about, I got this from Higgs and Higgs, and it was really quite expensive, and I think it would look lovely in this top, but this is quite chunky, and at one point in the centre front you end up with 9 layers to sew through, and my overlocker did it, but it didn't like it. It didn't like it a lot, so I'm not sure if I will be able to make this top in this fabric. The other one that I was thinking about for this is the Grasser Patterns 810, which I have cut out in an inexpensive coral knit that I got from the textile centre to try it out with, because if it works then it would look great in this. But we will see, because I don't think I'm going to get, well, I'm not going to get the coral, the 810 sewn before I leave for London. I think I would probably always make the collared version of this. The other one comes with a facing. I kind of think I prefer this kind of like extra collar piece at the front here. I'm actually pleasantly surprised by this, but like I say, I've made a size 8 and 6 mashup, which is definitely not my size according... I've left the envelope over there, 2 secs. Yeah, a size 6 waist is 23 inches, and I can assure you mine is not. There's a lot of wearing ease built into this pattern, and again, somebody said in the comments, I think I talked about this in the Hangout, but I didn't talk about it in the vlog. But somebody commented that there are differences. There's obviously wearing ease, which is the amount of ease that you have to put into a garment so that you can physically move in it. Otherwise, you're basically making yourself a moulage. Yes, totally. And then there's design ease, which dictates how the garment's going to look. Agreed, totally. There are completely different things. You know, you need wearing ease because you need to be able to move in something, and design ease will dictate how the garment looks on you. But There are not 7 inches of design ease in this. There isn't. I'm going to stop banging on about it because I think I've made my point, and it's been really, as I say, really interesting listening to what you guys have been saying in the comments over the last couple of vlogs that I've put up on Saturday and today, Monday. You all seem to be very frustrated with it all, and a lot of you are saying that you've just stopped using the Big Four because of this reason, and that you've gone to indies because there's much more transparency with the kind of finished, you know, before you even buy the pattern, you can find all the details out of how it's going to fit you, which I think is a really good thing. You know, they clearly have this information, they have it, and if there isn't room on the back of the pattern envelope, if there isn't enough room for them to put the finished garment measurements, then they have a website, which they could put it on the website. And you know what, having to go and look at a website to be like, what are the finished garment measurements for this, which size bundle do I need, how is this going to fit, and making judgments from there. You know, if it costs them X amount of money to print in this area, then put it on the website, because you've already got the information. The information is in this, it's just not accessible unless you buy it, which is not fair. Please, please, please give us more information about the size of the model, the height of the model, and what size she's wearing, what size you've made for her, because that information is very, very helpful. One of the reasons that I don't mind telling you guys what sizes I am and what measurements I am is because it will help you to judge how something has been fitted to me, or I've made it to fit me, and then you can decide, well, this much bigger or this much smaller or exactly the same, so it's going to look like this or this on me. It's been really interesting to hear your guys' responses to this as well, so thank you for being so constructive and taking the time to actually comment and further discuss the discussion in the comment section. It's been really, really interesting to read. So on that note, I'm going to call it a night. I'm very pleased that I finally have something that actually I like. Out of the 3 things that I've made so far, this is the one that I like the most. I will change those cups because they are not, like I say, not loads, and I'm not going to change these ones because it would mean I'm picking a whole bunch of overlocking, but I will just make the next, if I make this again, just make the next set of cuffs just a little bit tighter, just to give it a little bit more definition. I mean, hers are loose on her, so again, this is personal preference, that I prefer it to fit like this one and not like this one. But again, personal preference, and as long as my fabric is stretchy enough and will allow for that, then I can do that. But yeah, 1 out of 3. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to call it a night. I'm not going to start sewing the 7319 as much as I would like to. I might do that tomorrow morning, but I really do need to film as well. So I've got that hem video nearly done. It just needs its little, you know, intros and outros, so I really do need to do that. I could always put makeup on, get that done, and then do some sewing, and then do the twirls, couldn't I? We'll see, it'll be fine. Anyway, like I say, I hope you've enjoyed what I have been up to today. Hope you like the new top, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.